This is how I play the game! Oh my god! What the fuck?
Holy shit! That is an epic fucking intro, dude. And I have to warn everyone. Warning. What you may see right now is going to be absolutely disgusting. Sound good?
Alright, sounds good to me.
So, that's tomorrow, all day long. It's the special retrospective marathon event. If you can join me, I hope you will. And, just to be very honest with all of you, one of the goals tomorrow is to raise funds via tips, and it became completely impossible for someone like me to still make a living doing YouTube full time. So I said, I got to do something different and drastic. I changed myself. I evolved. I became a full-time beggar to help me out in the coming month, because as you guys know, this month was a pretty bad one for me financially. I got hit really hard with overdrafts and all kinds of crap, and I've just been behind the 8 ball the whole time, and now we're reaching the point where all the bills are now going to come due in the first 1 to 2 weeks of the month, and this is when the crap hits the fan, per se. So if I can raise funds via tips to help out with that, that would be tremendous, okay?
Alright, now guys, I know you guys want to know what's really going on with this whole shipment situation and why I missed my stream last night. So please allow me to tell a story. If you don't care about the story, you don't have to pay attention. You can leave and come back later. But people have already expressed the desire. They want to know what was the full story of what happened with this stupid shipment and everything, because they think that it's ludicrous and hilarious that I went through this crap. So I'm going to tell the story. Alright? So here's the story. My wife's birthday was about 3 weeks ago. Alright? Actually, it was more than 3 weeks ago, now that I'm looking at the calendar. Okay? For my wife's birthday, my parents sent her some money and said, we'd like you to buy yourself something nice with this for your birthday. Please don't spend it on bills and taxes. We actually want you to have something nice for your birthday, so please spend it on something nice. So my wife thought about it and said, well, one of the things that's disappointing is
I haven't had sex in ages.
been so busy with work that she hasn't had a chance to, go to the gym or anything. And she would like to have, something that she could do to work out from home, okay? And I was like, well, maybe there's something that you could use your birthday money for, all right? Let's see what it is. So she looked around on Amazon, ended up finding an exercise vehicle device. I forget exactly what it's called. Actually, you know what? So I've been calling it an exercise bike this whole time, and I was wrong. See, I don't know anything about this shit. I guess it's actually called, an elliptical, right? I think I want to say, I'm just guessing, it was probably around, $300 bucks. That's what I'm guessing, okay? So, my parents had said, yes, we're going to get you something nice. So, it was covered by them. We're like, okay, let's order this thing from Amazon. Amazon's pretty good about this stuff, so let's see what happens, right? So we did. We ordered from Amazon. It showed up pretty quickly. I think it was within, 3 or 4 days it showed up. And it gets delivered. And I'm like, okay, well, I got to figure out how to build this thing, okay? Which was a pain in the ass, I'm not going to lie. It was not, the instructions were not in English, okay? And not that I have an issue with that, but when you're trying to build something, you would like detailed instructions. They weren't in English. They were written so poorly in broken English, you couldn't even understand what they were saying. But I figured it out anyway. You know what I mean? There were good pictures, I would say. I've built IKEA stuff, and IKEA stuff pretty much is the worst possible description you can get for anything. You can't figure anything out on an IKEA when you're trying to build something from IKEA. And since I was able to pull that off before, I was able to do this, okay? So I built this thing, and by the way, it was really, really complicated. And it took me, I'd say, probably about 3 hours to build this fucking thing one night. Now, you guys know my streaming schedule. So one night, not only am I streaming all night, then I'm building this thing at night. It was not a good time. I was very frustrated. So we get it built, and my wife goes to use it, and she uses it for about 10 minutes, and the thing's beautiful, smooth. She's like, wow, for the price, I can't believe that it actually is this quality. It's really good. And I was like, I swear to God, this is what happened. I said, that's great and all, but considering the fact that the thing wasn't written in English, and the fact that it was so cheap, I would be careful. Don't go too crazy on it right now, because you don't know if that thing's going to last or what's going to happen to it, right? And I'm not even kidding you, about 5 minutes later, so she probably rode this thing for about 15 minutes, the thing locks up. Completely locks up. and doesn't work anymore. It just, the gears are like grinding inside of it, and it's stuttering. I'm like, oh my god, what the fuck is going on? I'm like, what is happening here? So, all that work to build this thing, and the thing breaks within like 15 minutes of use, okay? Delightful, right? So, you know, thankfully I called Amazon. They were really nice about it. They were like, listen, it's a big unit, and because of the value of the unit, we can't just give you a refund out of nowhere. What we need to do is we need to get the unit back. Once we get the unit back, you know, we can give you your refund. So, here's your options. You can either completely disassemble the thing yourself, put it into a box. By the way, the box didn't exist anymore. I'd, you know, torn the box apart to get the thing out because it was all in compacted styrofoam. So there was no box remaining to put it back in. And if you could do that, just completely disassemble it yourself, put it back in a shipping box, we'll contact a shipping company like UPS to come pick it up from your house. And I'm like, I can't do that. Like, how am I going to do that? First of all, there's no instructions to disassemble the thing. More than likely, if I do that, I'll break it, and then you'll complain that I broke it, and you won't give me my money back, right? Like, so I'm not going to do that. That's, you know, not only would that be hours of work for something that's probably, you know, risky, and I don't know how to do it. I don't have a box for this thing either. I was like, there's no way I'm doing this, okay? So then they said, okay, your other option is, we will definitely...
Oh, man. Oh.
You know, take it back intact, but we have to arrange for special shipment then. We have to get like a special freight company that does that kind of thing to go out to your house and pick it up. And I was like, okay, fine, fair enough, let's do that, okay? And so they put me in contact with this company. All right, I'm just going to warn everyone, they're called Pilot Freight Services. When are they going to get here? Oh, I don't know. Hopefully within like 30 minutes, but, you know, depends on the traffic. What? So I told you guys, basically I told you guys, I can't promise you I'm streaming. I can't stream. How am I going to stream? Here's the thing. This is what some people didn't understand, and this is what pisses me off. You know, people always want to make it about me and act like I'm a lazy guy or something. Why couldn't Phil just stream when he was waiting for them to show up? And then when they showed up, he could stop streaming to let them in, and then he could stream again. Because I'm in my office, which has soundproofing foam. I'm wearing noise-canceling headphones. I can't hear. In fact, just to give you guys some perspective here, in 2015, I was swatted, all right? I had police officers outside of my house on bullhorns, yelling and screaming, get out of your house, come out with your hands up, blah, blah, blah. I couldn't even hear them. So they were probably out there yelling for a good 5-6 minutes, and I didn't even know, because I couldn't hear them because of my headphones and everything in here. Like, this is pretty good, right? Now, so Super Slate said, can't they text you? Super Slate, they can't even show up. Do you really think they're going to text me? These are just truck drivers, you know, these aren't... If they can't even show up for 2.5 weeks for the time that they're promising, what makes you think they're going to text me so that I know to let them in? You see what I mean? So I had to be around in order to let these guys in. So basically my whole night was shot. So the good news is I played with Jasper a lot. We had some fun.
Smash me, tipped me $1. He says, here's some advice. Stop talking. Get on with the fucking game.
The other hilarious thing about all of this are the people who are screaming at the top of their lungs, Phil, when you're waiting, why don't you do an IRL stream? Well, I'll tell you why. I'll tell you exactly why. For the same reason that I haven't done a fucking house tour vlog. I haven't shown you anything, you know, anything to do with my personal life for years. Because people, when I do that shit, turn it into negative stuff. Alright? I've only explained this about 1 million times, but every time something like this happens, idiots speak up again and complain that I should be doing IRL stuff. I'm not gonna do it. I'm not. I'm not doing it. Alright? Every single time that I show you guys something from my house or whatever, it gets turned into something crazy conspiracy theory, something negative. Remember the coffee maker incident? Or remember the time when there was a piece of mail on my countertop and someone actually took the information off the piece of mail in the video and called the fucking company and tried to get my power turned off? I'm not exaggerating. This shit happened. Okay? So, I'm done. Those days are over. You know? Those days are over where I'm not gonna fuck around with having chance that someone gets something out of my house, some personal information, and tries to fuck with me, you know, in a really messed up manner. I'm just not playing that game anymore. Alright? So you're not going to see IRL streams around my house and nothing. I'm not doing that. So, stop saying stupid shit like that. You know, it's just dumbasses. Oh, Phil could have done this. Phil could have done that.
Oh, Phil actually is a really toxic person, so we're just going to keep saying, why am I toxic? Because it's a meme.
No, Phil's not going to do shit because you guys, that's exactly what you want. The people who are screaming for that, that's exactly what they want. They want me to accidentally reveal something personal they can use to fuck with me. That's why I don't do it anymore, because I'm not stupid. Okay? So that being said, I spent a couple hours with Jasper. They showed up. I couldn't even tell you exactly when they showed up. It was between 8 and 9 p.m. at some point. But by the time they were out of here, okay, there was absolutely no point in starting a stream that would have streamed for like less than an hour. All right, because I still had other stuff I needed to do. That's the other thing. I needed to take a shower. Couldn't take a shower because they might show up and I gotta let them in. You know, it was like I couldn't do anything. I was stuck just sitting around, hoping that these guys, you know, show up and getting this out of here. They did show up, and by the way, I should say this: they were very nice. 2 guys came in. They were very cordial. They apologized very much for being late. So that's fine. I just want this thing out of my house at this point, please. They picked it up. They walked right up. They were done. They gave me a receipt. Bing, bada, bum, bada, boom, done. So it wasn't any kind of bullshit. It didn't, you know, it wasn't wasting my time. It was easily handled. And I was like, all right, thank God it's over. And thank God there was no additional stress in addition to what I had already had on top of all this shit. All right. But the saga's not over. All right. Because now I basically have to rely on this company to return this defective unit to Amazon in a timely manner. Now, do you really think, after all the experience that I've had with them this far, do you really think that I trust that this company is actually going to return this to Amazon anytime soon? Or will it go to a warehouse and sit in a warehouse for another month, right, before the fucking thing gets returned? The good news about this is, I have a receipt proving that they picked it up today, or yesterday, excuse me, and I can now say to Amazon, hey, you know, don't hold this against me if they don't give it to you right away. They took it out of here on this day, and you're the one who hired this company, so it's your fault if they don't get it to you in a timely manner. I still am due a refund, okay? So the good news is, hopefully, this is the end of this saga for me, except, you know, my wife wants to still get something. I don't know if she wants to even bother getting another exercise machine after all of this, or if she wants to spend that money for something different, but now we have to wait for Amazon to receive the item back to get a credit for this thing. It's now been a month-long ordeal. A month long! For what? How could it possibly be this frustrating to buy something? You know, it's like, what is going on? Crazy. Well, I guess this is reality. This is my reality. Nothing can be easy. Right?
Cat, you need to get out now. That place is toxic. Please, guys, right now, if you support me, especially in light of I couldn't even stream last night because of all this bullshit, please tip me today. Tipping me is the best way that you can support me. You know, oh, he's an e-beggar. Oh, yeah, Phil's an e-beggar. Phil's just one of the worst e-beggars. I somehow became the worst person on the internet and an evil e-beggar. What do you say people will think when they bring up DSP? The incident, and I'm a beggar, and I'm a thief, and I'm this, and I'm that. Oh, you know, when Phil tried to scam his fucking viewers. Clean Up Man 85 resub for 5 months. He says, are you going to hop on the exercise bike after you eat penne? No. You know how dangerous it is after you eat penne? With a full stomach of penne, you jump on an exercise bike, you probably explode or vomit everywhere or, you know, shit yourself. That would be disgusting. Why would I do that? That's nasty, dude. It's going to be all about the penne. It's all about the penne, baby. It's all about the penne, baby.
Inferior Interior did a 100-bit cheer and claims, if you go to the Pilot Freight website and you type in this tracking number for tracking, it says the bike was picked up at 7:51 your time. I don't understand why you have to lie to make your life sound so much more interesting. It's actually sad. First of all, I don't know what tracking number that is. I don't even know about that tracking number or where the fuck you got it. Second of all, I don't care what a website says. I'm telling you what happened. Yeah, these guys were habitually late and made up excuses. Do you really think they entered the right time into a website, even if they did, if that's even my shipment? You see how crazy these people are? I pulled a shipment number out of my asshole, and I typed it into the Pilot Freight website, and it gave me a... This is nuts. This is crazy. Now, based off this insane cheer, this guy's nuts, okay? Do you see why I didn't do an IRL stream? Do you understand why I didn't do an IRL stream? This is just insanity. Oh my god. If you take the square root of pi divided by your address and you multiply it by the amount of times you burp during a stream, we found out and pinpointed the exact moment when they arrived.
Come, friend.
Oh my god. You guys are fucking nuts, man. Seriously, you guys are just out of your fucking minds. Out of your fucking minds. Enjoy your band, by the way.
And this guy's a pathological liar.
Bobby, or I couldn't see his whole name, keeps spamming the stream chat with a question, so let's answer the question before we start with the gameplay so that he can stop spamming. He says, for the last year, you've been saying that tipping is the best way to support. Will this ever change in the future, Phil? Inquiring minds want to know. I added that inquiring minds want to know part. I'm telling you, like, the reason I told you, honestly, why tipping's the best way. Because those are funds I can use for things right away. When you tip me, I can use it to pay bills immediately. Okay? Everything else is great. And by the way, I want to tell you guys, your support via other methods has also been outstanding. It's not like everyone tips and no one does anything else. That's not the case. But really, you know, that's the situation I'm in. This year, that's not been the case. It has not been the whole year. There's been many times. In fact, there was I'd say probably 2 or 3 months that I wasn't mentioning that at all. I would mention the ways to contribute, but I wouldn't say, oh, tip me right now. It's a dire situation or anything like that.
Fuck you. You're a liar.
However, the summer's been bad. You know, the summer's been really bad, and that's why I had to keep bringing it up and saying it. So for some people, it might seem to you, damn, Phil just says this all the time. It never changes. But hopefully long-term things would change. I can't tell you when. All I can say is, you know, behind the scenes, I'm always working on stuff, and stuff's in process to try to fix situations, okay?
The bottom line, guys, is I hope that I can continue to be here and entertain you and be honest with you about games on a daily basis, you know, forever. As long as I want to do it. As long as I'm capable of doing it. I love this. The truth of the matter is, whether or not I decide to be interviewed or not is none of anyone's fucking business. If I wanted to make it public knowledge, I would. And if I didn't, I wouldn't. And everyone being nosy as fuck should shut the fuck up. And really should stop being dickheads about it. Because maybe there's a whole fucking reason why I'm not talking about something. Maybe it's just like a surprise or something. But, you know, people have to be fucking cocksuckers and be up in every little facet of my fucking business at all times and have to be in the know about everything Dark Side Phil, regardless of the fact that it's any of your business. Maybe people should shut the fuck up about it. Seriously. You're lucky I didn't just ban everyone who fucking started spamming shit about it to begin with to be assholes. It's just frustrating now because I have no idea what's going on. I don't know who, you know, if the person is pissed at me or not for something I didn't do because I'm playing the fucking fighting game stream, trying to put out an entertainment stream and raise some money, which is my fucking job. But instead I got a bunch of dumb fucking kids in the stream chat acting like assholes and ruining everything. So fuck off. If I see it again, you're all out of here. I'm serious. I just don't give a fuck. The taste on your lips, I want it all. A toxic, the first I've been under. You know that you're toxic. Ow. Taste on your lips is paradise. But I know that you're toxic. Unleash the beast. Toxic. Oh.
Okay. I have. This is the most popular question.
Okay.
You're right. Where did the load go?
What? Phil has indoctrinated children who send him money, blatantly milking for money. It's a money pit. It's gone. Just gone like that. In an instant. Fucking gone. I just care about money. I just can't help it. By eBay. Contributions are mandatory, but I need your help. I am appealing directly to you. No decency, no respect, no common sense, no fucking maturity. Is the guy who just doesn't get reality.